Hi and welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Cheryl. This is Your Journey Yoga, and today we are going to focus on our sinuses. So I'm dealing with some allergies, some seasonal allergies, a cold, whatever it might be, and if you're a little congested, headache, we want to make sure that this is mild case, mild to moderate. If it's pretty severe, guys, I would go very, very gentle. Keep your head upright. You don't want to increase the pressure in your head. So just be very, very gentle and kind, okay? So we're going to work through those sinuses, open up the ear canals, and see if we can't relieve some of the pressure going on. Let's just step to the top of the mat. You can stay facing front, whatever feels good to you, and just roll those shoulders up and back. So we're going to open up the chest quite a bit. We're going to do some tilting of the head. We're going to open up, roll those shoulders again, just letting go of tension and tightness. One more time, big shoulder roll. And then relax those arms. Give them a little shake, and then just let them gently hang by your side. Close your eyes. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, let's release that right ear down towards your right shoulder, just leaning the head to the right. We're going to lift that right shoulder towards the ear, roll it towards the back, and then reach your right fingertips down towards the ground. And then reach your left fingertips down towards the ground. Now, as we move through these different poses, if you find that something is uncomfortable for you, if it adds to the pressure, back off a little bit, back off entirely. We want to make sure that we're being kind to our body and we're serving ourselves well in all that we need. As you exhale, gently release the chin down towards your chest. So sometimes we can feel a lot of pressure at the base of the head, through the neck, definitely in the head. So as that leaning forward causes you to gain a little bit more stuffiness, lift your head a little bit. You can always have tissues handy. And then we gently lift the head back to neutral. And on your exhale, lean your head to the left. Left ear over the left shoulder. And we're going to lift that left shoulder towards the ear. Roll it towards the back, and then reach your left fingertips down towards the ground. And now reach with those right fingertips down towards the ground. So we're just really working to lengthen that area through the neck, from the ear to the shoulder, opening up that ear canal, allowing the sinuses to drain, and to get rid of all of that yuck that might be stuck up there. As you exhale, release the chin back down towards the chest. Good shoulder roll up and back, and shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, lift the head back to neutral. Let's bring the hands behind the head, interlace your fingers, and we're going to lean the head back into the hands. Opening up those elbows nice and wide, and just letting your head be heavy. Nice little bonus stretch through the chest and the shoulders. So as we have congestion, our breathing kind of can get compromised. So we want to make sure we're opening up that chest and promoting good airflow, getting in that oxygen. We inhale it up nice and tall. Release your hands to your knees. Bend your knees. Place your hands just above the knees. Take a big breath in. Press the chest forward. Arch your back. Gaze to the sky. Standing cat and cow. Exhale, hollowing the tummy and chest. Tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, press it through, arch your back, gaze to the sky. And hollow. Doing our best to breathe through the nose if you're able, right? But that's why we're here, so I know that that might be compromised a little bit. Just do your best. And one more cat. Coming back to neutral, and just walk those hands down the legs, releasing the hands, and relax the weight of the upper body. So now here, be really mindful of the pressure of the head. So if you're severely congested, the head might be like, hey, not a good idea. Come back up, support your hands on those legs, come back up to the point where it still feels good to you. You can tuck your chin towards your chest, and maybe you're just kind of resting on those thighs. So taking care. So I'm kind of right on the verge. If I could go either way. A little tip of your weight forward into the toes. So as we shift the weight forward and back, Just playing with that stretch in the lower back and down the backs of the legs. Let gravity help drain the sinuses. Remember, as long as the pressure in your head's not too much. Coming back to center. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Release your knees and press it back to child's pose. Opening up those knees if you like. You can keep them together if you wish. Just a gentle pressure right at the center of your forehead. Just checking in with your breathing. And let's walk those hands towards the knees, coming to tabletop position. Hands are shoulder width, knees are hip width. We come here to our cat and cow, and we inhale, tummy down, gaze and sit bones to the sky. Exhale and hollow, promoting that airflow through the nose as best you can, using those big, deep diaphragmatic breaths. Really working to open up those air passages. So just moving between these two poses with your breath, slow and steady. Let's do one more each way. And coming back to our neutral spine. Let's walk those hands back to coming to a kneeling position. We're going to make fists with our hands. We're going to place the fists on either side of our spine about hip height, drawing those elbows towards one another, rolling those shoulders back as though your hips were against a wall. We want to keep them there. We're going to lift the chest. We're going to take our gaze to the sky, and we're going to arch it back. Just as much as feels right to you, pressing those fists into the small of the back for support. And breathe, camel pose. If you are at the point where if you were to release your hand, you could find your heel without having to lean back too far, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, keep the fists on the small of the back. We lift the belly, we lift the chest, we open those shoulders and breathe. Again, opening up that chest. Breathing in and out through the nose as best you can. We bring one hand to the small of the back and then the other and rise. Once again, release those hands, walk it out to child's pose, stretching out your back, checking in. Nice big deep breaths. As you're ready, walk your hands up, come over onto one hip, sweep your feet around, and slide on down towards the top of your mat. Extending those legs out nice and long, reach to the sky. And exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward. Release your hands. Relax the weight of your head. And breathe. And if you need to stop to grab a tissue, hey, it's doing its job. Good stuff. Let's extend those arms out just a little bit further and relax the weight of the head. Nice big deep breaths. Inhale, circle the hands back by your hips. Big circle of those arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, lower those arms to shoulder height. And slowly roll it back, one vertebra at a time. All the way down onto your back, hands on either side of your hips. We're going to pull one foot in and then the other. Feet are hip width apart, tucking the pelvis. Small of the back presses into the mat, and then slowly pressing those hips towards the sky. We press our way up to bridge pose. At the top of bridge pose, resting on the back of the head and the back of the shoulders. We bring the hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers, working to extend those arms We roll one shoulder underneath us at a time, and then press and lift those hips towards the sky. Breathe. You're welcome to close your eyes. Releasing your hands, unrolling one shoulder and then the other, and then slowly, slowly release it down, one vertebra at a time. Pulling one knee in towards your chest and then the other, hands to your shins just below your knees, and just gently rock side to side. Checking in, a little massage for the back. Coming back to center. Let's extend one leg out and down. Other leg out and down. We're going to roll to the left and place the hand behind us, that right hand, palm side up, and then roll over onto that right hand, bringing that left hand behind you, holding on to your hand, and then rolling back over onto your back. Shoulders are rolled underneath us. Now release those hands so that the palms of the hands are resting against the back of your leg, kind of your bum or that upper thigh. Shoulders are rolled underneath us so that chest is high, little arch in the back. Now you can choose to stay right here, or if you like, coming to fish pose, we lift through the upper body, bending the elbows, and then slowly take your gaze back, working to get the crown of the head towards the mat. Pointing your toes, core is strong, lifting that chest, opening it up. Amazing pose to open up those sinuses. You are also welcome to do this supported, having a bolster or pillow underneath that middle upper back and allowing that head to drop back. That can be a pretty rewarding pose. This is just a little more work, but still amazingly rewarding. We lift the head. Slowly lower yourself back down. Take a moment. Roll to one side to release your hand, and then the other. And once again, pulling the knee in towards your chest, and then the other. Pull those knees in nice and tight. Bringing the hands behind the legs, we pull those legs in. Breathe. Maybe add a little flex of your feet. So we're just kind of testing the waters for those hamstrings and the calves. Nice little stretch for that lower back. Once again, bend those knees. We're going to point and flex the feet. And then we're going to roll the ankles. Make sure you go both directions. Just play with it a little bit. And then bring the hands down by your sides, extending the legs to the sky. Flex your feet and breathe. If you are taking care of high blood pressure today, your neck, your shoulders, or your lower back, I invite you to stay here. You can even come to legs up the wall. Or if you wish, we're going to take those legs back to plow pose. Bringing the hands to the small of the back, we're going to roll those shoulders underneath us one at a time, pulling the knees in towards the chest. And then gently extending the legs, either individually or at the same time. Just coming into your shoulder stand. Supporting at the small of the back. And then slowly lower those legs, supported plow. And once again, lift those legs, either independently or together. And slowly lower back to plow. One more time to shoulder stand. And back down to plow, releasing your hands, unrolling the shoulders, and slowly lowering out. As those toes point towards the sky, draw the knees in towards the chest. Left leg extends out, right knee stays tucked in. Right arm extends out to a T, left hand to the outside of the right knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. We turn and take our gaze out over that right arm. Closing your eyes. And just breathe. So we did a few inversions. We did a lot of chest openers. Some side-to-side movement with the head, helping to open up the sinuses and the ear canals. Coming back to center, we don't want to overdo, so just making sure that you're being kind to yourself. A little external rotation through that hip as you slowly lower the leg down. And then drawing that left knee in. Right hand to the outside of the left knee and gently guide your leg across your body. We still want to move, we still want to do things, but we want to be mindful of the energy we expend because the body's working hard to get us back to a healthy state. Whether it's allergies or an illness, just be nice. Make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids. Little lemon and honey tea is always a good thing. Make sure you're getting plenty of rest. And gently roll it back to center. Extending that left leg to the sky. Point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through that hip. And slowly lower your leg down. And allow it to come to rest. And we're going to draw the knees in and we're going to roll to the right side. Turning that right side of the head to the mat. Just come to a comfortable place. And just that turn of the head, letting gravity do the work to help clear the sinus. You might notice a shift if you're feeling stuffy. Hopefully this has helped a ton and you're not feeling quite as stuffy. But you might notice that it kind of drains down to the lower sinus. And let's gently roll to the other side. And again, left side of the head to the mat. Just relaxing, breathing, doing your best to breathe in and out through the nose. Maybe notice one side clears a little easier than the other. The things we take for granted, right? When we can just breathe easily in and out through the nose. And gently roll it back to center, pulling the knees in nice and tight. Let's rock it up. And once again, extend those legs out long, flex your feet, reach it out, and release it down. Head's heavy, face soft. Inhale, reach it out and sit up nice and tall. Release your hands down by your sides and let's cross those legs to easy pose. So whichever leg in front you would like. Bringing the hands to the shins just below those knees. Take a big breath in, press the chest forward, arch your back. Gaze to the sky. As you exhale, hollow the tummy and chest. Press your spine towards the back, tuck your chin. Let's do that 2 more times. Big breaths in and out through the nose. And coming back to neutral. Sitting up nice and tall. Resting the hands. Let's turn the palms to the sky. Close the eyes. Draping the wrists over the knees, and if you wish, touching the index finger and thumb. Big deep breath in and out through the nose. Let's take that right hand, placing that right middle finger to the space, the forehead, just between the eyes, center of the forehead, and just gently press. We use the right thumb to close the right nostril and inhale through the left nostril. As you exhale, use the pinky on the right hand to close the left nostril and exhale through the right. Again, switch thumb. And exhale, use the pinky. Inhale, use the thumb. And exhale, the pinky. And gently release that right hand down. Left hand travels up, left middle finger to the third eye, that space between the eyes, center forehead. As you inhale, use the thumb to close the left nostril. As you exhale, use the pinky to close the right nostril. Alternating at your pace. One more time. And gently release. Once again, index finger and thumb gently touch. Hopefully finding the breath a little bit easier in and out through the nose. Celebrating the gift of movement, movement being medicine. The health benefits of yoga and movement are just unbelievable. I hope you feel it today. I hope you found a little relief. I hope you get feeling better soon. Let's gently open those eyes. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky. And exhale, pull the hands to heart center. Be well, my friend. Take care. Here's to you needing less Kleenex and feeling less stuffy. I hope you're well. Take care. And until the next time, light, love, and namaste.